Hi everybody, and welcome to Watercolor with Pam. I've had a few requests on poppies, and I've been kind of practicing. If you've seen my drawings all around, you can see that I've been drawing a lot of poppies, and I came up with in my book, one of the easiest ways to do this. So these are kind of what we're going to be drawing today, and then we're going to come back and do some watercolor. We did one study on the poppy, and I just was not happy the way that poppy turned out. So let's do some drawing. For this poppy, I'm going to set it here so you can see. I have some easy steps, and we're going to start with an oval. Basically, just get a piece of paper out and let's practice a little bit, okay? I think an oval is the best way to start. That's, to me, the shape that the poppy is going to be. This one's, we're going to looking down at it. We're going to make some marks. I want a halfway mark and maybe a quarter on each side. So there's 4 marks. My first draw is going to be like a cup. And it's going to start about even with this line, and we're going to go down here, but we're going to start at the halfway point, and we're just going to go like a cup. Now this is very, very basic. We'll add all the fun details later, but we got to figure out how to draw it before we can make it fancier. So there's your cup, okay? Then I want you to kind of come around and go down like you would with a cup. So, all right? So that's your first petal. Our second petal is going to start in the middle of this little oval right here, and it's going to go down here, but we're going to use the shape. And again, we're going to fix it a little bit more later, and go about to the bottom, kind of swoop it in a little, okay? The next one, we're going to use this side, but we're going to only go halfway. So we're going to take our mark and we're going to bring it in like that. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. The next one is just a little one to fill in here as a little filler. I'm just going to kind of go around and put them in. The next one is our top, and we're going to start where we did here, down in, and we're going to go around, and that's not beautiful, I understand, and kind of go down to that mark. And on this side, I'd like to come around and go in a little bit. That's pretty rough looking, isn't it, so far? And then we're going to extend that. Then we're going to put its center, which is going to look like a rectangle with a circle on top. That is the basic poppy configuration, okay? We'll be putting the little pieces like this as well, but this is your basic poppy. From here, make sure you've got an eraser. We're going to start by, first of all, this here one, we'll kind of bring it in, and let's get a really wobbly hand. If you would ever look at a poppy, they're kind of wobbly. We're going to come around, we're going to make it a little bit more wobbly. I'm going to bring this one here so it meets, and I'm going to erase this one here. I'd like that to be a little deeper so the leaf comes, maybe even round it a little bit, okay? Let's go to this side here. Let's bring it up a little bit in. Let's wave it around. See how much better that looks already? This one, where our mark was here, we're just gonna come up. We're gonna come around, wave it up like so. And this one, just wave her around, our stem. And I personally think you should make the stem kind of ruffly as well. This one, it always feels a little trickier to me. And I'm going to start on this point, and I'm going to kind of round him a little bit more. You know, make him a little wiggly. Maybe bring him out a little bit more to come here. But this side, I really want it to come in a little bit. So this looks like it's going up like that. Okay, now on these wobbly lines, I call them little V's. I'm going to kind of bring them down a little because that's kind of how the direction that his leaf is going. Same here. I'm going to take and kind of put a few little spots over here. We're going to run it so it's more coming in, okay? It's giving us that motion that way. You can then put some lines here. You can run these a little bit more if you want some sketching lines, okay? And then here, maybe he's kind of got a little dip in his, that's gonna come down, but we want it to kind of look like he's, and here we're gonna just put a few lines. This one you could do it if you wanted to, because we want it to kind of go in. Same here, we're gonna do that. We're gonna come over and get a, because he's wavy. I don't know if you've ever looked at a poppy, they're real wavy. So those are like little tucks there to bring him down. All right, and in here, eventually we're going to put a lot more and maybe some lines like so. This one is gonna, you'll bring it in to get that look like he's coming to the center. To me, that's pretty simple. All right, so he was our first one. Our second one is, I'm gonna do the little bud first. So off this one, I would probably run a little line and make it a little wobbly. Come here, it might be a little thick. This time I'm gonna call it another oval, a nut on that, and I'm gonna put a wobbly line here, and I'm gonna space it over, and I'm gonna put another one right there. You could erase this if you wanted to. When we paint, this is gonna probably be the color that the poppy is because he's starting to open up, and we want him to be fuzzy, so, but we want that line to be seen when we do it, okay? So there's your bud. Now we're gonna make one, and I would probably make this alongside, but for the paper here, we're just gonna start. And this one, I'm gonna start with kind of like a bigger cup. We're not gonna see, we're gonna see the outside. So that's gonna be your first one, and you can do the same thing. You might even think of like a tulip. You can make it narrower here at the bottom. That's your call. I just kind of brought them out. This side, I'm gonna bring a petal, and I'm just gonna kind of bring it out and bring it down. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. I'm gonna try to make it a little rounder. And maybe I'll add one back there. You're gonna have the same idea. You're gonna put your V's so that we get the shape. This one, you might wanna try to put your V's so it comes down a little, because we want that one start to come out. But then I also see them where there's some that come out this way. So maybe you add one here and add another one down here. Gives it a little more bloom. And basically, I'd probably bring this in just a little bit, maybe, I don't know. And then we're gonna do the shading back here as well. And that would give you your second one. So there are the basics of our drawing of the poppy. That's part one. Remember, we start with an oval, we make a cup, we make our lines, the 3 places, here, here, halfway on our oval. So we've got points to start, so our cup starts in those. Our second line comes from this one, halfway on this side, most of the way down on that side, this one. This one here, you want it to come around and in, And this is kind of hard that we didn't see, but this is going to be another little flip. We could also, for fun, add a little flip on here where this petal came across like so. Okay, almond shape, nut shape, whatever. Wouldn't probably go quite that thick there. Another cup. He's got a back, got sides. He's got a couple that are coming down in, and our rough stem. See you soon, and we will start to do some painting next.